This is where my cat has been laying the whole time I'm filming. This is my death file here that I've got to get listed. I swear, look, he's on my foot. He's just going to lay and go to sleep anywhere. Hello, and welcome back. If you are new to my channel, this is Cindy Krause with Krause House Sift and Thrift. Thank you for joining me. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. If you'd like to subscribe, I would appreciate that. Or if you've liked my videos, thank you. If you want to like it, I would really appreciate that. Anyway, today I wanted to get back to your eBay questions because I think that's what a lot of you want, a lot of the viewers want to know about, at least from my analytics, that's what it looks like. But before I get to that, I just wanted to tell you guys on a personal note, I started a diet today. It's called the Food Addict's Meal Prep Manual by Dr. Joan Ifland. It's a Kindle edition only, and I believe she wrote a book in like 2010 about getting off of sugars and fats and flours, that type of thing. And I'm thinking about checking that out. But this one was just a Kindle edition, and it was I just got a Kindle e-reader about 3 weeks ago when we went on vacation, and I've never had one, and I forgot to bring a book. So we were going to Oregon and Washington, so I just got on Facebook Marketplace and I emailed a bunch of people, and this woman had this Paperwhite Kindle, and I just researched it as well on our drive. I'm like, I don't know what Kindle's best. So I did a little research on our drive, and I read that this Kindle Paperwhite is like the 3rd edition. They said that was one of the best for reading. Apparently they have others that are good for like if you're watching videos, but I was just going to read a book or books. So anyway, we were going to see my son in Beaverton. So we just went ahead and met this woman there and got it, $40, and I really like it. The only thing I would say that I wish I had was color, because when I go to look at books in the library, it's black and white. It's just harder to see the cover. But other than that, I love it. I mean, it's really cool to sit in bed and you just turn the pages. And I've already read 2 books. One was a thriller, and it was like one of those twisty things. Really, really good. I believe it was called The Silent Patient, and it was called that. Very, very good. Would highly recommend that. I believe it's on the New York Times bestseller list. Another book that is a very twisty book, which I was totally shocked with the ending. Didn't expect that. That I just finished reading was called The Arrangement. And that's a very good book too. I'm not good with remembering authors' names, so if you guys want to look those up, you can get those both on Kindle. I went ahead and signed up for Kindle Unlimited, so I just pay like, I don't know, $10 a month, and then I get unlimited releases, if it's in the Kindle Unlimited library. Anyway, I'm really enjoying that. I do like physical books as well, to like have a book in my hand and turn the pages. And for this Food Addict's Prep Manual, it would have been nice to have a physical like book to kind of go through the pages. But, I did the best I could with the e-reader. Anyway, today is day 1 of my diet. And what I did is I just followed the instructions in the Food Addict's Prep, and what it is about is preparing all your meals for the week in 2 hours. And I tell you what, it took me over 2 hours. It's a lot of work. And it was starches, protein, vegetables, and fruit. And it's just preparing all of those, and then you put them like in baggies, like you weigh them. I already had a food scale, so you weigh them and put them in baggies. And the idea is to have enough meals, lunches and dinners for the whole week. And she also put in menus for breakfast, but they were like breakfast burgers. And I don't know about you guys, but I really don't want to eat burgers for breakfast. I really enjoy my keto breakfast, so I'm going to keep with that. I make scrambled eggs with cheese in it and sausage or bacon and really light toast, like 45 calorie toast. That's what I make for me and my hubby every day. So I'm going to be keeping with those breakfasts. Joan also had a good recipe for breakfast bars, which I am going to make, but oh my gosh, after preparing all those meals for the week, I was just exhausted. I don't even think I finished everything. I didn't even get the potatoes, but you know, because you have to peel stuff too. I got squash and sweet potatoes and I had to peel those. It's a lot of work. And I think, oh my gosh, back in the day, that's what they did. They just prepared their meals all day. But then again, they didn't have any other distractions. Like, you know, I work. I sell on eBay, I do YouTube videos, but anyway, so I'm getting a later start today, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm very happy I did it because now I'm meals for the week, and I did eat lunch. It's also brown rice is a part of that. So I did have a very filling lunch, and I already have dinner ready. So it's really great for that if you want to plan your meals for the week, and especially if you have a family or kids. I could see that being really great. Apparently Joan did this for years for her family, but I have to say I'm kind of lazy and I don't think I'm going to do it again. I will take the concept of it, and I think what I'll do is I'll do it daily. I did really enjoy knowing what, foods to prepare and that I should eat, and what the serving sizes were. So that's very good. And so I'll just take what I learned and apply that to every day. But you know, it's nice to have a week's worth of meals done. So if you guys want to look into that, I highly recommend it. If you have the stamina and the energy and the desire to prepare your meals for all week. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you, I'm kind of doing as a vlogging thing too, a little bit, to just let you know this is day one of my diet. Okay, let's see how this goes. I intend to stick with this, cut out all carbs, sugar, and flour, and bread for the most part. Like I said, I just eat that one slice of bread in the morning, and that's it. And I'm sure I'm going to see results because I'm cutting out, you know, candy and chocolate and, you know, any kind of sugar. And, I'm really, one thing I don't want to cut out is Diet Coke. I know I'm addicted to it, and I stopped it for a while, and then my husband got me back into it. He didn't mean to, but he's the one who wanted me to get off it because it is bad for you. But now I'm kind of on it again, and I need to get off it. I do drink seltzer waters at night, which I really enjoy, like LaCroix. They have a lot of flavors that are really good. So anyway, that's not about eBay. So let's talk about eBay. One thing I was looking at, I was reading this list that I had made up a while ago. These are things that I have sold that sell very well for me. Like as soon as I see them in a thrift store or a garage sale, I grab them, and they usually sell very quick for me. One is Hallmark Jingle Pals. I'll put a picture up on the screen. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but these are awesome. And I mostly sell them around Christmas, but I'm sure they would sell year round. They're just really cute. They have different ones. They're snowman family. It's a plush. And you put batteries in it, and it sings like jingle bells, and it moves. It's really, really cute. Like they have ones with dogs, and like I had a Mr. and Mrs. Snowman, and they're just adorable. And I could get, oh gosh, I think I sold one for $50 the last time, but I've sold them anywhere from 20 to 50. So yeah, those are great. If you guys see those, grab those. I usually find those like at Goodwill's, but you know, I've also found them at a local thrift store as well. So even if it's $10, I grab them because I know it's a sure sell and I could at least double my money on that. So I guess these are all BOLOs. Be on the lookout for. The next one is I've sold several wooden African masks. When we lived in Portland, I found them a lot at Goodwill. This Goodwill, have not found them at all, but we're in like a smaller area, so they're not going to have as much stuff, but just different styles I have sold. And you know, I'd say I usually sell them within a month or two, and in 20 to 40, $50. And if you get ones that are like a full, not just a mask, but if you get a statue, those will sell very well. I think I sold one for $50, $60. And you know, I don't always know the origin of it, but usually what I do is I take a picture of it on eBay, and then it brings up similar listings that look like mine. So then I look at those, and then I kind of describe it by finding a similar listing to mine. But usually it's like the keywords would be African art, tribal. Sometimes depending on what you have, like one time I had a fertility god, so I put that in there. But usually, yeah, just like African art, tribal. I say mask if it's a mask. If it's not, I could say sculpture or you know, statue, that kind of thing. And you want to say wooden. So yeah, I usually do very well with those. So if you guys see those in the store, I would grab one. And another one is I've sold some plush. I've sold lots of plush over the years. It seems like Douglas Cuddle Toys do very well, as well as if you find any vintage plush or, you know, Disney, that kind of thing. I have a lot of plush right now in my inventory, so I haven't bought any lately. I think it's just stuff that's just, you know, teddy bears and different kinds of animals, and they're not like high selling items. So, you know, I haven't sold them. So I haven't bought plush lately, but I know plush can be a great seller. Another one is a thermostat. Did sell a thermostat for like $50. The guy ended up returning it. He didn't like it. It actually was, I've sold one new in the package for like $50. And then this one I think was for like $30, but it wasn't new in the package, and he said it didn't work, and it did actually work. But anyway, he was kind of a jerk. Anyway, you just kind of have to deal with that sometimes. That's part of doing business. Usually my customers are very, very nice, but I have dealt with some jerks along the way. You know, when you've done this 20 years, you're going to run into that. And, you know, I'm kind of sensitive, so I kind of get my feelings hurt. But, you know, I get over it. Thing I've learned, and I will tell you guys this, you never want to let them see you upset or that you're mad at them or being mean in any way. I just suck it up. I just, oh, my cat's pulling on my microphone. And, you know, I just deal with it. It's like, oh gosh, you know, I want to yell at them and curse at them and tell them what a jerk they're being. But I don't. I bite my tongue. And I just am as courteous, as kind as I can be. I'm saying, you know, if it's about something they bought they didn't like, or maybe it broke, that has happened. I'm just saying sorry up and down. If you don't, I know one person, I said sorry, but she didn't like my tone. She's like, I don't think you're very sorry at all. I'm going to leave you negative feedback. Oh, my cat is choking here. You okay, Sparta? But anyway, then I apologized up and down. I said, no, I'm sorry. I didn't come across apologetic and blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, people always appreciate that. I even had one girl, she was really nasty to me, and she ended up writing me a long message saying that she just had a lot of, she had ordered a lot of things on eBay, that they were the wrong item or wasn't what she wanted. She was just tired of it, so she took it out on me. And she apologized up and down. And, you know, this is what I usually get, you know, or if somebody's upset at first because something broke or it's not what they wanted. And then I respond with, I'm so sorry, how can I make it right? Either return it or give you a refund or partial refund. If I have another item, I'll replace it. I'm just being as courteous, as kind as I could be. And I usually get people like, oh, you're so awesome. I really appreciate how you dealt with it. And that reflects in my feedback as well. So they leave me positive feedback, even if the item was not what they wanted. So, and you know, I don't get a lot of those kind of emails, but I have over the years. And you know what? I'm just going to say this. It seems like a lot of the guys are nicer and they're more tolerant than the women. But, you know, I love women. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything against women. It's just kind of in my experience, it seems like the guys are more easygoing and some of the women get very emotional. And I get that. I'm a woman. I get emotional. So, but anyway, I've met a lot of nice women over the years. I've not met them, but talked to them via messaging. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on. So another thing that I buy, sometimes these sit for a while, but like letter holders, you know, like you put on the wall. You know, I'm probably not going to be buying those for a while, just because they could sit for months and months, but I do eventually sell them $20-$30. So, you know, and I'm listing one right now. I have one listed right now that's like cute little teddy bears. I know it'll sell eventually. So, you know, and that's something I picked up and I thought, oh gosh, somebody's going to want that. So it's just really adorable, but it might sit for a few months. So that's okay. That's part of eBay. If you guys could see my inventory. I have so much inventory in this room. Well, go and watch my office tour and you will see. And another thing is games. Games with me, I usually pick up the ones that are sealed, or if it's a vintage game that there aren't a lot on eBay. If it's not sealed, that's fine. I mean, it probably isn't going to be sealed. And even if it doesn't have all the items in it, I've either listed two ways. One where I just said, you know, I'm selling as is. I don't know what's in here. Or, you know, my husband and I have gone through and counted the items in there, looked at the contents, and we can list it as complete. So that's ideal to do that. But if it's a very rare, hard to find vintage game that somebody wants, I mean, they'll pick it up regardless of whether it's complete or not. So, you know what? I can't really rattle off the games right now, but if you see them in the store, they kind of jump out at you because they look very vintagey. Like it looks like a very old box, or the print looks vintage. I just kind of have an eye for that, and you guys could probably see that too. You'll know. And you know, you've just always got to comp those out, because it's possible that there are 100 of them on eBay, you know, and then you're really not going to make much money, depending. Now, I've gotten things where there's a lot of them for sale, but they're high dollar, so I just go in and undercut everyone. But if it's selling for $5 or less, or $10 or less, I don't bother with it. So, and I have sold games together where there's like a bunch of them together. Probably won't be doing that very much, just because shipping is very expensive. People don't always depend to pay that, but the best time to do that would be around Christmas time, when, you know, people have family around and they want to play games. So moving on, another thing that I've sold a couple of is a door knocker. One my parents gave me that they didn't want anymore. It was like an antique brass. It was painted white, but that one, $20-$25, and that one sold I'd say within a couple months. And I've sold another one that was like brass, and that sold quickly too. So anything like that, you know, people like that kind of thing. They put it on their door and it looks good and it looks vintage, and it's easy to ship. It's not breakable. I mean, I would wrap that in bubble wrap and wrap it really good and put it in a box, but it's not going to break, and it's small. So that was another BOLO. And the last one I was going to mention is these plastic aquarium night lights. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're really cool. It's like an aquarium, but it's plastic, and you plug it in, and like sea life is moving by. It's rotating, actually. I put that in the description. So I make sure I put aquarium, rotating, fish, sea, night light, and plastic. And those always sell. I've sold like 5 of those over the years. 20, 30 bucks. And one time, I'll never forget, I was at like Goodwill, and I grabbed that up. I was in the checkout, and it slipped out of my hand and broke on the floor. I was like, I was so upset. So there goes my profit on that one. But I found them different places over the years, and whenever I find one, I grab it. And I'll even pay 10 bucks for it, because I know that's a sure seller, and those sell quick. So those are the BOLOs I wanted to mention. I'm sure. So that's all I wanted to address today. I hope this helps you. If you have any comments about, you know, what I am talking to you about, please comment. If you like it, please like it. And again, this is Cindy from Krause House Sift and Thrift. And I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.